So, have you ever actually stopped to wonder what happens to your consciousness at the exact moment of death? I mean, it is the ultimate metaphysical mystery, right? Well, today we are exploring an ancient text that claims to have the precise mechanical answer to that very question.
Welcome to The Explainer. I am honestly so excited to unpack this with you. Today, we're diving deep into Chapter 8 of the Bhagavad Gita, which is often known as Akshara Brahma Yoga. And what makes this text absolutely fascinating is the journey it takes us on. We're going to move from the incredibly intimate reality of a single dying breath all the way out to the staggering, almost unimaginable scale of cosmic time.
Okay, let's dive right into this. To make all this dense philosophy totally digestible, we've broken it down into 5 key parts. We'll start with Arjuna's questions, look at the law of departure, examine the final hour, zoom way out to the cosmic scale, and then finally map out the 2 paths.
Now, before we get completely lost in heavy abstractions, let's ground ourselves in the actual setting. Picture this. Prince Arjuna is questioning Lord Krishna on a chariot, smack in the middle of a battlefield. 2 massive armies are gathered, the tension is just sky high. And it's here, in this chaotic, high-stakes moment, that Arjuna fires off some of the most profound metaphysical questions ever recorded. Which brings us right to Section 1, Arjuna's 7 questions. He basically wants to understand the very fabric of reality before he goes into battle. Now, what's really interesting here is how Krishna handles this. To prevent us from getting bogged down in endless terminology, he rapidly defines the architecture of the universe, essentially giving Arjuna a metaphysical cheat sheet. Brahman is the supreme imperishable, while Adhyatma is your individual soul. And notice karma on here. Actually, scratch the Western idea of karma for a second. Here, it's defined as the creative power originating all beings. Then we've got perishable matter called Adibhuta, the supreme divine agent Adidaiva. And finally, Krishna identifies himself as Adiyagna, the Lord of sacrifice dwelling right within the human body.
Right, but Arjuna has a 7th question, and it is a big one. How exactly is Krishna to be realized at the specific, totally unpredictable hour of death? Let's figure that out in Section 2, the law of departure. Krishna answers with this absolutely incredible verse. Thinking of whatever entity one leaves the body at the time of death, that and that alone one attains, being ever absorbed in its thought. This establishes a direct, undeniable link between your lifelong mental focus and your ultimate destination. This is the law of departure. It's an uncompromising cosmic rule. Whatever your prevailing thought is as you fade out, that sets your soul's entire trajectory. Because of this absolute law, Krishna gives Arjuna a vital command. He says, think of me at all times and fight. He's really emphasizing that you can't just cram for the final exam of life at the last second. It requires constant, everyday mindfulness, whether you're literally fighting a war or just fighting through your daily commute. Okay, but realistically, how do you actually control your mind when your body is literally shutting down? That brings us to Section 3, Yoga at the Final Hour. The text doesn't just say, hey, try to think good thoughts. No, it provides a highly specific step-by-step meditation toolkit. Step 1, keep the mind totally unmoving, completely filled with devotion. Step 2, take the vital life breath, the prana, and fix it perfectly between the 2 eyebrows. And Step 3, utter the single-syllable sacred word Om while actively renouncing the body. This is the monumental transition technique required at the exact hour of death to reach the divine supreme spirit.
And what if a practitioner perfectly executes this immense level of focus? They achieve what is known as the path of no return. Great souls who reach this supreme dwelling place achieve ultimate liberation. They are completely freed from the pain of mortal rebirth. It is quite literally the ultimate cosmic exit strategy. Now, to truly understand what these souls are escaping from, we need to drastically zoom out from the internal human breath to the staggering mechanics of universal creation. Welcome to Section 4, the cosmic scale of time. 4.32 billion. Just let that sink in for a second. That massive number of years represents just one single kalpa, which is equivalent to just one day of Brahma. And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer mind-bending scale we are dealing with here. You see, the universe operates on this endless, billions of years-long loop. During the day of Brahma, all multitudes of beings are brought into manifestation. Creation absolutely flourishes. But at the arrival of the night of Brahma, all those beings are helplessly dissolved back into the unmanifest darkness.
So as individual souls, unless we achieve liberation, we are bound to this endless merry-go-round of manifestation and dissolution over billions of years. But here is the good news. The Gita tells us there's a reality entirely outside of this loop. An escape hatch, if you will. It's called the eternal unmanifest. This is a supreme state of being that sits completely outside that colossal cycle of cosmic time. It remains imperishable even when all other beings perish during Brahma's night. It's the ultimate, indestructible domain.
So how does a soul actually navigate through this cosmos to get there? This introduces our grand finale, Section 5, the two paths of departure. The text lays out this stark cosmic binary governing exactly where a soul travels upon leaving the body. On one hand, you have the path of light, associated with fire, the day, the bright lunar fortnight, and the 6 months of the northern sun. Following this path leads a soul to Brahman and non-return, true liberation. Conversely, there's the path of smoke, associated with the night, the dark lunar fortnight, and the southern sun. This path leads to rebirth, pulling the soul right back into the universe's endless cycle. We've journeyed all the way from an intimate chariot conversation to the completely incomprehensible scale of cosmic days and nights. And we've seen how the exact state of your mind at your very last breath governs whether you attain the path of light or return to the endless cycle. So I want to leave you with this final thought. If the absolute law of departure dictates that your final thought controls your ultimate destination, what are you thinking about right now?